Hello, everyone. How y'all
Hi.
doing tonight?
Hello.
Hi,
Hello.
how you doing?
We're doing fine. We're live again with another episode of as we see it. I know it's been a while since I've been on, maybe about 3 weeks. Had some situations going on, but we're back today, and at this point we should be back um on our usual schedule. So yeah, hold on one second, you guys. So yeah, go ahead, Robin.
I need to hang my phone up.
Hang it up.
Okay.
Yeah. 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 Okay. So tonight, first of all, I want to introduce my co-host, Miss Charisma Edwards.
Hello, guys.
Hey.
Hi.
All right. Directly on the bottom of me is Robin Ann. Ain't a nine.
Hey, ladies.
All right. There you go. That's Miss Robin Ann. And at the bottom right there is Miss Sharrow. And Miss Sharrow, how you doing tonight?
I'm all right. How you doing, sir, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well, and well to be expected. I'm just glad to
Okay.
be in the number. It's been a while since we've been on, like I said once before. But tonight on this episode of As We See It, uh, the segment that the topic we're gonna be looking at tonight is loss of loved ones.
Mm.
And what inspired this topic for me tonight is my mother passing on April the 6th. And it's been the hardest thing that I've had to ever deal with. And we all are here tonight. We all have something in common. We have all lost loved ones. So I thought it to be a fitting topic for me tonight as well as others. So, uh, Charisma, I would like to get started with you.
Mhm.
Um, we got when dealing with the loss of a loved one. Could you tell me how long your loss has been and the things that you've been through since then?
Sure. Um, Hello, everybody. My mother passed on November the 3rd, 2008. So it's been about 13, 14 years this year for me. And that was probably one of the most difficult times in my life,
Okay.
experiencing that. Um, it is, I think about her all the time.
Okay.
Her birthday just passed, April the 16th.
Mhm.
So, it's always hard. I tell people it gets easier every day, every year. It gets easier. You're never going to stop missing that person, but it gets easier, and you learn to cope, and you learn to deal, with it. But it doesn't change the fact that it still hurts, because that was a person that was extremely close.
Right.
That was my mother. So yeah.
Well, I mean, another thing I was just, I'm noticing because since the passing of my mom, I've talked to quite a few people that have experienced the same thing, and I'm noticing that we all have different grieving processes or whatnot.
Hmm.
And so I would like to explore that a little bit as far as like, asking you, um, wait a minute, before I go there, I want to go to Robin Ann. Robin Ann,
Yeah.
I want to ask you like, uh, yeah, we can hear you very well. Um, when was the passing of your mother, and how did it affect you?
Well, my mother passed when I was about 16 years,
Okay,
and during the time my mother passed, I was in my addiction,
okay,
and
Wow.
It affected me very well. It affected me very well. It really did. Because I was in my addiction when my mom died, passed away at a young age, I became more angry and more upset and more bitter with the peoples in the world that was around me.
Okay.
And not knowing that that's a lot of my anger and my bitterness wrong.
Okay.
I was upset. I was mad, and I was wondering, asking God, why my mother at a young age.
Right.
But that been now about 35 years.
Okay.
Do I miss my mom? No. And I say that because I freed myself from wanting to leave. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because I knew I got to live. She my mom. I love my mom dearly. Yes, I do. You know what I'm saying? I miss her because she was my mom, but I don't put myself in a position to miss her. That makes sense.
I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
And even when I even told my kids myself that listen, I don't want y'all to listen. I want you to move on with your life.
Right.
Enjoy life. I want grieving, but I don't never want y'all to stop living because I have passed on. I want you to enjoy this time, that whatever time that we have together, because because I don't come to grips and that death is something that it's a must.
Right.
It's gonna happen. Ain't nothing that we could do to be done.
Right.
And I talk about those things today.
Okay.
Because it's real, it's serious, and it's got nothing that we can do about it. So for me, my mom been passed away for so the anger that I had going on, I got rid of that.
Right.
I did because I realized some of the anger that I had was because it was some unfinished business that I didn't have with her.
Oh, okay.
So I forgave my mother and I moved on.
Okay.
When I say that, some women just telling one that a lot of women lose respect. The first woman you lose is with your mother.
Right.
And because I lost some respect, you know what I'm saying, that she didn't old man, I didn't trust her because I didn't trust that she wasn't gonna let him whoop me or abuse me.
Right.
So I love her, and I try not to miss her because I want to continue to live. No, I can't bring her back.
Right.
Do I come back? Yeah. I want to come back so bad. Real bad.
Right. Okay.
I miss her like that. I miss her till I want her to come back. But because I know she can't come back, that's why I try not to miss her. That makes
it make a whole lot of sense,
me.
because when my mother passed, the first thing in my mind when I got that call from my brother is that our mind play tricks on us so bad that I'm thinking that while I'm on the way from Atlanta headed to Albany, that some way I was gonna get ready, I was gonna be able to have another conversation with her, and my mind was taking me there. You know what I'm saying? It was playing tricks on me, but in realization, my mom was gone, and it's been a lot to deal with because we talk so much and everything, and like I said, when we talk to different people, we all have different experiences, and that's going kind of gear the way that we grieve or whatnot. But I understand exactly what you're saying, and I guess this is a way that you have found a way to move on from the passing of your mother, Robin. In my understanding of what you're saying. So
tell me one time, they said, get in the mirror and tell your mother how you really did, how she really done it, and let her go from there.
Okay, that makes
and I
sense.
did that.
Okay.
I got in the mirror and I mirrored myself as if I was talking to my mother. And first of all, I told her that I was upset with her because she just left without letting me know she was leaving.
Oh, wow.
But I also had to let her know that was out of her control. So I understand death very well. I understand death, and I understand that a lot of people grieve, and some folks want to let go and don't know how to let go.
Right.
to live and to really and to know the person that you've been over. They don't want you to just be holding on to them and just not living.
Yeah,
I get it.
Facts.
I get it. And to be honest with you, I really appreciate your perspective because that's one thing I'm having a hard time doing. But just that's why I thought it was very important to have this podcast tonight to get these different perspectives on what's going on, because brothers and sisters, we have to check on each other. We don't know what we be going through or whatnot. But and then you don't know who you can talk to that's gonna give you just that special perspective that you need to kind of help you go on and move on a little further. I really appreciate what you're saying, Robin, and it makes a whole lot of sense. So I mean, if you got, I'm gonna be quiet right now because I think you got a lot to say if you want to keep talking.
Well, being that your mother just said, I know that she don't want you just hindering yourself.
You're right.
It hurts, yes, it does. It hurt real bad, but you got to thank God for the time that you went with the time that you knew, the moments, the moments.
I get it.
Don't you can't? How long? And then you got to ask your need. How long are you willing to sit before you decide that, okay, I got to let this go because there's nothing really else I can do about it.
Right. I mean, it's a process, and then too, this is the closest person to me that has ever passed. So this is some people have had practicing grieving because they have other people have died that they've loved before, this hard. But this is a first for me of loving somebody that I love this hard passing. So I'm still in the learning process. So just to hear the some of the wisdom that you've gotten over the years or whatnot, you say it's been 30 some odd years, but I can tell the way you're talking, you remember it like it was yesterday.
You do.
Yeah, I can tell that you can remember it like it was yesterday. So I'm effectively moving on in my own.
You don't forget those moments. You don't forget it.
Right. I'm effectively moving on in the best way I can right now or whatnot. I want to get to Miss Cheryl, and then I want to cover a few more questions to each and every one of you. Miss Cheryl, could you tell us when your loved one passed and what was your experience with that?
Okay, I've had several. There are three. My granddaddy, which is what I know is my father. My brother, which he died in 2016. But by far, my mama passing on February 21st of 2019.
Right.
That's an open wound for me.
Okay.
I've had friends, and Charisma knows this about me. I've had 4 miscarriages where I've carried babies to 8 months, delivered them in the past.
Okay.
None of that affected me the way my mama leaving this world affected me.
Okay.
For me, there's a hollow hole in my heart, and it stays there.
Right.
I don't care what I do, nothing soothes.
Okay.
I miss my mama. My mama, for me, my mama was my best friend.
Okay.
I talk to my mama every single day.
Okay.
A day didn't go by, sometimes 2 times a day.
Okay.
And it affected me to the point where probably I say the first 3 months after she died, it was really bad for me. I went to that cemetery every single day.
Okay.
But then my husband talked to me, my daughter, and I realized I knew my mama.
Okay.
And she had the conversation long before she got sick and what happened to her. That when it was her time to go, there came a point where I was going to have to let her go.
Right.
And I knew that.
Right. That's what Robin was talking about.
Yeah. She had a long, like I said, conversation. She told me, but that none of that. When you in that moment, like the phase you're going through right now, none of that. You hear people talking.
It don't resonate right now.
It don't resonate at all.
We're not right now, but I mean,
it's not right now. It's
right now, but it is something to hold on to. Yeah.
There is nothing going to soothe that. Literally, it is a process that just everybody has their own way,
right?
And it comes with time. Like Charisma knows. I talked to her about my mom. There's not a day go by I don't think about my mom.
Okay.
To this day, I promise you, I can go get my purse, my backpack. I still carry my mother's cell phone with me.
Okay.
Her driver's license to this day.
Okay.
I guess that's how I hold on to her, even though I know she's physically not there.
Okay.
But I have to. It's like I have to have her with me.
Okay.
That's a part of me that just has to have her there.
Okay.
Mother's Day is very hard for me. Even though I have a child of my own and I love her, it doesn't soothe the fact that I want my mama.
Okay.
I want my mama.
Right.
But I have learned that it's something that you learn how to live with.
Okay.
You learn how to adjust. Because I have another dear friend, when her mom passed, I never have said to a person when their mother passes, I know how you feel. To this day, I won't say that. Because everybody has a different relationship with their mom.
Right.
Whereas me and mine, we were very close. Some people are not as close to their moms.
Right.
It just varies.
I get it.
What I can tell you is it's a membership of a club you don't want to be a member of.
I get that.
When she said that to me, I really didn't understand, but now I do.
Right.
The other thing I've had to do that really helped me, I had to go talk to somebody.
Okay.
I went to group therapy because that was the only way I could deal with it. Like Ms. Robin was saying, when my mom first died, Christmas, I was angry.
Right.
Because of the circumstances of how my mom died.
Right.
My mom, just to give you a little bit, she had a massive stroke.
Okay.
But in the process of having that stroke, basically, she survived the stroke of having a double stroke.
Okay.
And no brain function. She could talk and everything.
Right.
But that's not what caused my mom to leave this world.
Okay.
My mom got a massive bed sore from the care she received.
Okay.
And that's what caused my mama.
So the infection.
The infection.
Okay.
You know.
Well, I also want to ask, just interject real for a second. I want to know. I want to ask you guys, what are some things that you understand now that you didn't understand before the passing of your mother?
It's the one thing I can tell you, she'll always be in your heart. She gonna live right here.
Right.
And I have learned, like Charisma said, you learn to adjust. And like Ms. Robin said, everybody have to do it their own way. For me, I learned, I know she's not there, but I've learned to accept that. Because the bottom line is, as sick as my mom was when she got that, I wouldn't have wanted her to stay here like that. And she wouldn't want, if she could come back, she wouldn't.
Right.
Not live like that.
See, what I'm saying is like, okay, let me give you an example. See, for my mother, you know how when we're young and we get a little old and we think we know a little something. And then we get old, and when something happened, we realize we didn't know as much as we thought we knew. Right. And so what I mean by that is that I truly didn't understand the beauty of all the things that my mother had done for me until she passed.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't understand. I thought I saw a certain distance inside of what she was doing, like making sure I had something to eat, making sure we got to school, making sure we had clothes. But now when I look back retrospectively, I see the struggle that she had. She went through to do a numerous amount of things because I was the child that needed special attention. I had to go, my mom had to make sure that I had to go to these clinics in Atlanta. I had to learn how to walk, and I had to do she had to take me a lot of different places, and she had 6 other kids while she doing this in Holly Home Projects. So, I'm beginning to see exactly. I did not know. What I'm saying is that how beautiful and how strong my mother really was. So I mean, just on a good note, I'm sitting here thinking now how strong she was, how the things that she endured just to make sure that we had what we needed, and then she was able to keep her head up while she did it. She was a strong woman. So along those lines, I'm going to start with you again, Charisma. What's some of the things that you understand now that you did not understand before your mama passed?
Well, I'm gonna turn that one for you. For me, I didn't understand my own strength.
Okay.
That was the biggest thing for me.
Okay.
I was stronger than what I thought I was.
Okay. Because
when that person, your mom, when she passes, it's like that's the first person, your nurturer, that's who nurtures you, that's who gives you everything, right?
Right.
So like you said, sometimes we take that for granted,
right?
Because in our minds, they're always going to be here, they're always going to be around.
Okay.
But to go back to something Ms. Robin said, that is something that, and I'm happy we're having this discussion, is because we got to understand that is something we all got to do.
Right.
Even though it hurts to talk about, even though it hurts when it happened, it's not, but it's something that we all have to do.
Right.
And so I had to learn, what I got from her passing was my strength.
Okay.
My understanding that I could not stay in that place, in that space.
Okay.
Because number one, I had too many people count on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I had a family that I had to keep moving.
Okay.
So I couldn't just stay in a certain headspace. I couldn't be sad if I want to be sad. And I always tell people, find something that y'all like to do together. That it was something that was good for you. And I ain't talking about that sad. I'm talking about something that was fun.
Right.
And anytime you get to thinking about that person.
Right.
You do that.
Now, you do that. Now I'm gonna say this. Now I don't know if you two gonna let this stand on here, but my mama, she was quite a sailor.
Right. Right.
And she would say this to me, and every time I get mad, I do it now. And my husband don't heard it. Yes, I'm gonna say it. My husband don't heard it say it so much. He'll say it to me now.
Right.
My mama used to say, Chris, you know what? You make my damn ass ache. That was her thing.
Right.
It was a term of love for her, for me. And I knew when she said it, number one, whatever I was getting on her nerve about, she was finna give it to me.
Right.
So even as a grown-up, but it made every time I got in a space where I started to think about it and I was getting that little sad nudge on me.
Right.
I say that to myself and I just bust out laughing because that was her thing with me. Go ahead.
No, it's just amazing you bring it up because what me and my mom did most, we love to talk shit and laugh.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we did.
Yep.
So, that's what I enjoy. That's what I like now. I don't want to sit and have a sad segment. Concerning that. I don't. But I just want to get some information out there to maybe something I'm going through, something anybody else going through can help somebody else.
Yes.
But my thing is, man, we talk big smack, and we had big fun, and we laughed a whole lot. Yeah, we laughed a whole lot. And so with that, I want to pass the torch to you, Robin, and I want to ask you, something. What have you learned from the passing, you know, of your mother, you know, something that you see that you didn't see before she passed?
Well, for one, I learned she did the best with what she had.
That's what I'm talking about right there.
And for as my mom goes, my mom, she didn't do a whole lot of conversation, you know what I'm saying? She didn't do a whole lot of raising me up, telling me different things, or doing a whole lot of conversation and talk. She wasn't a person.
Right.
She went to work every day, you know what I'm saying? She did what I'm supposed to do. She provided.
Okay.
And,
all right.
But my mom was funny. A lot of people enjoyed my mama. They enjoyed her company. They love coming hanging around her. She was a people person.
Right.
What I learned from her was that once I told myself that when I started having kids, I was going to tell them every day that I loved them.
Yes.
Hey, I was going to tell my kids that I loved them because I didn't hear that from my mother.
Okay.
And I knew that my mother wanted to hear that from her mother.
Right.
But I still had to give my mother credit knowing that she did the best she could with what she had.
There it is.
And that's what I took. I took her.
Oh, wow.
I took that. You know me that?
Right.
Oh,
there it is.
And I wanted to hear it.
Right.
So because I wanted to hear it without from her, because I didn't hear it from her, she taught me how to say it to children.
Okay.
I like that. I like that.
Okay, I like that now.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Her boy saying it to me say because I know that her mother probably gave her what the best she had.
Right.
Back during those days.
Right.
Back during those days, you know that your parents didn't tell you every day that they love you.
No.
And every day that a day go by, and when our kids were young, when they was young, every day that I loved it.
Right.
Because I didn't hear her. That's not from her.
Okay.
That's what I took from her.
Can I? I just want to. First of all,
you got this, man.
Ms. Rob, I love that. You just don't understand, because my mom was kind of like that. You know, she didn't. You know, I knew she did because of the things she did for us, but I didn't hear it. You know, that I can count the times, but with my kids, it was extremely important for me, even though they know I love them because of things I do for them. I wanted them to hear it. Right. And now when either one of them are leaving the house, or when they coming in the house, or they going to, my son still does it now. He'll kill me, but he still does it now. He does when he get ready to go to bed.
I talk to my kids every day that I talk to one of my boys. I care when the conversation end or how it ends. They gonna tell me I love them, and I'm gonna tell them I love them.
Right.
My son does it every night,
and they grown.
Right. That's all.
And I did that because I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Somebody tell me that they love me.
Love me.
Right.
Besides somebody I was sleeping with.
Shut your mouth.
We're gonna take them somewhere else now. We ain't going nowhere.
Hey, that is. We'll cover that. We'll cover that next segment.
Okay.
Ain't a lie.
Yeah.
Right. Ain't a lie.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Ain't a lie.
Yeah, that is.
That. And
yeah,
I wanted to hear it from somebody else. Somebody that I know meant it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
right.
That's what I took away from my mom.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And that was a thing for me. And that was the most powerful thing that she could have gave me.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, it's just, that's why it's so good. You see how what Robin said resonated so hard with you, Miss Charisma. Yeah, see, it's each one teach one. That's what this thing is all about. You know, because there's some things out here we just don't understand.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, there are. But I want to pass the torch over again to Miss Shiro. I want to know what you learned prior to the passing of your mother.
I think, oh God, y'all, really, she want to call now. I'm gonna be playing. What I learned from my mom is, I've always known about love. Charisma knows my background. My mom was raped by her stepdad, and I am the product of that. And my mom had me when she was 13 years old.
Okay.
So I've known from day one, I've been surrounded and clustered with the phobia of love.
Okay.
My mama used to have this saying. She always ended every one of her conversations with any one of her children, even my nieces and nephews, I love you more.
Okay. Okay.
And I never understood. I always knew she would say it to me, but once she passed on, that meant more to me because I could remember and I can hear her saying it to me.
Okay.
When I do the stupid things and I catch myself and stuff, I can hear her saying, she used to say to me when I said something, she called it my bond moments.
All right.
She'll say, Phyllis wrapped your hair too tight today, didn't she? I'm gonna have to talk to her because you're having the blonde moment. So when I get down,
right,
and I need some laughter, I think about the times when she called me, even though my sister is the lighter one, she called her dumb blonde.
Okay.
I'm having a blonde moment.
Yeah, so that's how they nothing but love there.
And but love.
They nothing but love there.
And I always knew. She always told me I was different and special because of how I came in this world. So I had to grow up, and I know a lot. Like I told you before, Mr. McKidd, I hung around my great aunts and uncles. I was sheltered a little because of how I came to be. So for me, I learned, the takeaway from her, I learned from her. That's why I have the mentality I do about marriage, men, raising a child, because I saw the things she had to endure.
I see.
To raise me.
Right.
She was a child herself.
Right. Okay.
I mean, she was a child. It's a terrible thing. I remember when I was smaller, I used to come in a room and people would start whispering. And for the longest time, I didn't understand why they would point and whisper at me. Because everybody knew the secret about me but me.
Okay.
And once I learned the secret of how I came to be, I had a great appreciation for all she did, because she could have threw me away.
Yeah.
She could have gave me up.
Right.
I mean, a whole bunch of things, because hell, I look just like the man that raped her.
I mean, you probably would be a constant reminder. Would have been,
I am.
I can see that.
And me and her had the conversation once, because my mom went through a phase where she, like Ms. Robinson said, she was recovering. My mom would drink, and for a while she did the soothe herself, and she never, and I couldn't understand till I learned how I came to be.
I see.
And me and her, once she learned how to deal with and she made a peace with, like Ms. Robinson said, she stood in that mirror.
Right.
She had that conversation. My mama had to do that with her own demons. And I was there to witness that. Because
I got you.
It ate her alive, but at the same time, she forgave the man that did that to her. She stood up at his funeral and spoke.
All right.
And I realized in that moment just how strong she was.
I got you.
And she told me, the same strength I have, you got it in you.
That's what she gave you, some strength.
And she gave me that.
I get it.
Matter, your charisma tell I have some hard days sometimes.
Right.
But I always remember what she taught me. You strong.
Right.
Pray and
Right.
ask God to be with you, and you can do this.
I got you.
And,
Well,
I keep going.
Let me I want to slide this in there. I want to thank everybody for answering that question. And this is my first night being back in about 3 weeks. So I'm not gonna hold you long. I'm just still trying to get my groove back.
Right.
I'm gonna pose one more question, and we're gonna do a roundabout, and then I'll probably be closing out, and then we'll just come on, next Tuesday, and then or tomorrow, however, with life lessons. So,
Okay.
So my next question is, and this is a kind of rough question. The next question is, how many people have you disassociated with since the passing of your mother, and why?
It was nice, y'all.
Let me tell you something. One thing death will teach you. It will teach you who for you and who ain't. It's
all right.
Like the lesson I'm telling you, it's a true fact. One of Tyler Perry's plays, or he made the statement about the root of a tree and about the branches and the leaves.
Okay.
And since my mama passed, Charisma tell you, everybody, there are leaves. I only have two or three roots.
Right.
But I got a whole lot of branches, baby.
Right.
The thing I learned about them branches, don't stand on them. Because I think they're strong and they only there to use me. Get what they can get, and then they on to the thing.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you this. Accept people where they are. And what you see, believe.
Right.
Believe it. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be upset. You just deal with them accordingly.
Ooh, look, I really waiting to get on them.
I mean, Charisma,
right.
I'll tell you.
Yes, she wait. Ooh, look
I have had them, and it
comes
from the family. I mean, family.
Right.
Still, aunties, uncles, always treat them to the so-called
right.
You learn.
Again, okay. I really like that perspective, Miss Sharo. I'm gonna pass this torch on. I think I'm gonna hold one. Miss Charisma. Miss Charisma. I know Robin wanted to chew on this one a little bit too. So since the passing of your mother, what has happened to some relationship with some of your friends or family, and why?
When my mother passed, for the most part, my family became my friend. My friends became my family.
Okay.
Because sometimes family, when they're in the midst of it, I don't think people truly understand. When somebody's mother passes, or their father, or they anything that close to you, everybody's hurt. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But if that person has children, and it's to me how
just say it.
Okay. I just feel like for me, my family when my mother passed, that it was almost like it was like burying other people.
Okay, I get that.
It was I was like burying some people.
Okay.
Because people showed you exactly who they were.
Right.
And it wasn't that they changed all of a sudden. They were those people anyway.
Exactly.
It's just that it had it was somebody else holding that space there so they could stay connected. Right. Yes. And when they came off, it almost was a freeing for me.
Oh wow. Yeah.
To let it was almost like dead weight.
I get it.
And I love them. I'm not upset with anybody.
Right.
I was.
Right.
I'm not upset with anybody.
Right.
Because I had to learn that they had to walk their own walk with this situation.
Right.
They couldn't help me because they couldn't help themselves.
Right.
And I'm okay with that. I made peace with it. That still don't mean that I have to associate with them.
Yeah, I got way less words for them than that. It's just 2 words. I ain't gonna say it right now. But go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have to. It's just that I don't have to associate with you.
Right.
I ain't mad with you.
Right.
I just choose not to be in that space anymore.
I get it.
I feel like if a person is not there at the time that you need them the most.
Right.
Well, I need you for the good times.
I don't need you to come around me when everything is over with and you think I'm back on my game again.
Stay where you at.
Stay where you at. And that's okay. And that's fine.
Right. I get it.
So yeah, so for me it was mostly, like I said, my whole village became of friends became my family.
Right.
And I have no regrets for it.
I get it.
Okay.
I get it. Wow. Okay, Ms. Robin. I want you to I'm gonna pose this question to you is what kind of friends or family have you lost since the passing of your mother, and why?
Well, actually, because I was young, I didn't lose no family and friends.
Okay.
Some people away because I needed to go lick my own wound.
Okay.
Because it wasn't them, it was me. And because angry and upset and bitter, you know what I'm saying, I had to detach myself from the people that I felt have been there more for me doing other.
I see.
But that really, when your mother passed away, see, I get out people's way. When people's mother passed away, I can't, because I experienced, ain't nothing you can say to nobody.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing you can show them. Ain't no way you can take them. Ain't nothing you can do when they lose their mother. But get out.
Nothing. Get out the way.
Right.
That's all a person. And I learned that even through the years that my mother had passed.
Right.
When someone passed away, it ain't nothing you can say. Ain't nothing you can do. I tell people that I can't. You can't address the situation.
Right.
Yep.
That's a place you don't take. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was, is that out my business, I went and licked my wounds. And now I do know one thing, and I can tell you this, right? I never stopped crying for my mother, because every time I go to somebody else's mother funeral, I'm crying for their mother, but I'm still crying for my mother too.
Oh wow. Okay.
So you're gonna always for her at somebody else.
Right.
There's nothing you can say. There's nothing they'll do or tell you. There's nothing. No matter how much they hug you, kiss you, talk to you 24 hours, that's a place. That's a sacred place. A place that a place that you're gonna have to walk by yourself.
Right.
Walk this walk with you. Now that's your mother. What can they tell you?
Right.
Gonna be all right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, man, ain't nothing that anybody can tell you how to walk that walk.
Right.
And it's gonna be all
right.
And Jones that y'all had together in the time of.
There it is.
Cause the way you say you having the fun that y'all had, I believe that's what she would want you to do.
You know, and that's what I'm trying to do now.
Yes,
I'm gonna tell y'all. Now,
I'm gonna tell Miss and Miss Krishna, and I'm gonna tell y'all know how Mama was.
Amen to that.
I know that's right.
Y'all know how Mama was. Go ahead and do what you got to do, right? And enjoy the time there with them. And I thank God for my mama. And I thank God for y'all mama too. And I know y'all mama just sitting here talking with y'all.
That's
I bet y'all mama.
Right.
They told me to tell y'all, honey, go on up and live y'all life. I know that's right. They do. They do.
Yes, sir.
Real
love us so dear. They said we know they did something, but said we'll see them again.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna say this here. My family, man, my brothers and my sisters, since the passing of my mom, we've gotten so much more closer.
Beautiful.
That's
on another
wonderful.
note, and that's great.
That's a blessing.
Yes, and I have a not only a better understanding of my mom, I have a better understanding of my brothers and sisters now. You see what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, Mr. McKinney. You are blessed.
Yes, and
you are blessed. Because a lot of us don't.
I am.
Way.
Right. So, but anyway, I felt like
I'm gonna say this before we go. I told somebody that our brothers and sisters are our parents.
Right.
At the passing of your mother, you learned a whole lot more about your sisters and brothers than you. And when I realized
I did.
Sisters and brothers are each other parents.
Yes. You know, and Mama had everybody knew their place.
When your mom leaves, your sisters and your brother become your parents.
You're right.
Thank God.
Hush your mouth. But we become closer. And I'm gonna say this right here, and I'm gonna end this podcast. Me and my brothers and sisters, we become closer, and I thank God for that. But on the other hand, I have other people that I'm like you said, I'm not mad at. Some I'm very disappointed in, but that's okay. I'm fine. So now, thank you guys for giving me a clear vision of what a true friend is. So I thank you for that, for giving me a clearer vision of that.
Yes.
Where my vision might have been a little distorted. Now I see. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things that came out of this, that kind of helped me grow. And when I say I grew an inch, I grew an inch.
There you go.
Yeah, I've grown. Right, and I'm continuing to grow. Yeah. So with that being said,
I appreciate it. I enjoyed it.
I'm growing. I'm growing, and I just want to thank each and every one of y'all for being on the show today. Charisma, my co-host, Robin and Miss. Miss Cheryl.
Yes.
It's been great getting back with you guys, doing this podcast again. I really needed to do this to kind of stick my feet in, jump out there and get wet, like Robin said. My mama would want me to go on. That's what I'm gonna do.
That's right. That's what you gonna do.
I've enjoyed talking with you guys today. If you guys have anything to say, you can go ahead and say it now, and I'll close this show out.
You doing exactly what I want you to do.
For having part of Miss Cashmere. Thank you, Miss Cheryl Story. Inspiration that you girls have given me, and I thank y'all. I enjoyed it so much.
I did too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms.
Thank y'all.
Thank you. Ms. Robin, I want you to give some information about how to contact you. You're on Twitter or your Instagram, if you like.
Me?
Why you do it?
Okay, my Instagram page is Robin ROBIN and ANN UHHUH. That's my Instagram and my Facebook page.
All right.
All right. Y'all got it.
All right.
Robin, y'all got it.
All right.
Robin, Ain't
All
enough.
right now.
Right. So this, yeah, this would not be y'all. This would not be the last time that y'all hear and see from Robin Ann on these podcasts. I want you to know that.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll be back on a
and
lighter
next time
note.
you have Miss Sharon and Miss Crispin on, I want to be on. Call me. I'm in now.
You gonna be on,
ladies.
Yeah.
Hey, we in.
I'm ready, baby.
Yeah.
On your Tuesday to call us.
Right. Well, Tuesday we have another one on Wednesday too. I think Miss Charisma does life lessons on Wednesday nights.
Yeah.
Right.
We'll be back tomorrow after tomorrow evening. Yes, tomorrow night.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
I join in with you.
Okay.
There you
I'll
go.
give you information to get your information, and I'll send you the link.
And what's our topic?
Right. So
Okay.
We back on.
Tomorrow night.
I want to let everybody know that we've been off for a minute, but we're back. I've enjoyed tonight immensely. There's been some great information. We did not come from any books. We're coming from the heart from this show, giving information that's strictly from our heart. So, but not discounting the information that comes from books, but I'm more interested in knowledge that we have from the inside of ourselves. That's I feel that that's the best way to get knowledge. So I want to end the show as we see it. Loss of loved ones. Thank you guys for being a part of this show tonight. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, guys.